The U.S. aid chief, Samantha Power, is in Ethiopia, where she says her priorities are to push Addis Ababa and the Tigray People's Liberation Front for a ceasefire. Power also wants the two sides to open humanitarian corridors in Tigray. Her visit comes amid concerns that aid is not reaching hundreds of thousands of people affected by the clashes. Earlier, Power visited Sudan's Raquba refugee camp, where thousands of Ethiopians have settled after fleeing the conflict. Fighting between the government forces and the former TPLF ruling party in Tigray began last November. Let's now cross over to Groom Chala in Addis Ababa for the very latest on the Tigray conflict. Groom, welcome to Africa Live. Welcome to the program. So the U.S. aid administrator is visiting Ethiopia. What's the latest? What are her immediate concerns? Groom?
Samantha Power, U.S. aid administrator, after her visit in Sudan, is now in Addis Ababa, is already engaging Ethiopian officials. We have heard that, including Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed, other Ethiopian officials are expected to brief Samantha Power, and she's also expected to visit places where she thinks are important in order to unlock the humanitarian hiccup that is happening at the moment in the Tigray regional state. As you might understand, she's been in the region, especially in Sudan, starting from Saturday, and was visiting refugee camps where Tigray refugees who fled the conflict in the north are at the moment. Samantha, by the way, is in Ethiopia in order to help find a way of getting humanitarian access to the Tigray regional state, as the UN repeatedly complained humanitarian access, road openings and others are still a problem. Hundreds of trucks still stuck in border areas. So she's expected to meet lots of officials, and by the end of her meeting, she's going to brief the media as well.
All right, Groom, let's talk about that a little more. The United Nations and now the U.S. aid are pushing, as you mentioned, for access for humanitarian services. What are the Ethiopian authorities expected to say from your perspective?
Ethiopian authorities time and again have said that they will be working in collaboration with the UN and other aid agencies in order to provide aid for the most vulnerable in the Tigray regional state. By the way, in her visit, Samantha Power is also demanding the ceasefire to be implemented by both the government and the TPLF force in the north. And she also wants the withdrawal of the TPLF force from Afar and Amhara regional state, in the Amhara force to also be withdrawn from Western Tigray, as well as the Eritrean force to be withdrawn. So she is expected to engage the Ethiopian authorities in this regard, and we have heard that Ethiopian authorities are also welcoming some of her requests, including the ceasefire, saying that at the end of the day, it is us, the Ethiopian government, which waged humanitarian ceasefire in the beginning, and it is TPLF which did not respect it. TPLF forces are also blaming the government of hindering humanitarian access and escalating the already bad situation in the north. So Ethiopian authorities have promised that they will be working in collaboration with Samantha Power, with the fact that they are saying that some of the demands, like for instance, opening humanitarian corridor from the Sudan border side, is unacceptable. Ethiopia's sovereignty should also be respected by the United States, despite the fact that the request of humanitarian corridors opening is a legitimate request, and Ethiopia is ready to assist.
All right, Groom Chala, excellent reporting. Thanks for keeping a close eye on that story. Many thanks.